Welcome to the demo for Mainstreet Analytics. Mainstreet Analytics is a data dashboard that collects data from Twitter, New York Times headlines, Google searches in Google, and also uses IBM Watson's Alchemy API sentiment analysis to be able to provide real-time insights to investors about certain companies and even economic keywords. The reason that we created this is because there's a ton of amazing data on social media and Google that can complement investor decision making when it comes to investing. A lot of the data that's available right now is historical. It could be 1 to 2 months lag. And with the current technology that we have, we can actually provide insights to help the mainstream investor predict the present or even predict the future based on some trends in social media. So in this demo, I'm just going to walk you through some of the components of this dashboard and how we built it. And I'll talk about the tech stack that we use as well. So this analytics dashboard was built with React on the front end. For the data visualization that you see here, we used a React module called Victory.js, which is built with D3. And we also used Node and Express on the back end and MongoDB for our database. The excitement about building this dashboard is that we were able to collect a large volume of data, figure out how to analyze it, parse it, store it, and be able to deliver it to the client in a way that the client can find useful. And that has been really an amazing time trying to figure all that out and build this dashboard. So walking you through this dashboard, what you'll see here is the first view is an overall summary. And then we also have an individual company view that you can see some live streaming Twitter information on, which I'll walk you through afterwards. This first component here is just an overall summary of what's tweeting. So we just hard-coded a couple specific keywords that Twitter is currently live streaming tweets on. It shows the number of tweets per minute for these specific keywords. We have companies as well as economic keywords like gold and markets and so forth. We also have a sentiment score that we're passing those tweets into our sentiment analysis tool, and we're just going to gauge of what the sentiment is of those tweets over this period of time as well. So you can see the user has the ability to look at the average number of tweets per minute or over 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and also gauge that sentiment score. So we can change the time period, and it'll change how often those tweets are averaged out, and the data is returned to the client from the back end. The second component is our Google Trends component. So we thought this was really helpful because Google search behavior it does show, and there's studies that show that Google search behavior can not only show what the sentiment and interest is of specific companies and just the economy in general, but there also is a correlation of likely future behavior as well. So we picked a couple broad economic keywords that we've done some research on, like cars and restaurants, inflation, unemployment, and we charted the historical searches of those specific keywords over a period of time. So users can look at the graph and gauge some trends. On the bottom here, we actually just had a couple summary points. So the data analysts can look at that data and provide just an overall summary. Here is what is going on. For example, we noticed consumer spending is likely getting stronger. We saw an increase in searches for restaurants and cars over the last month or so. So the insights like that is what will be on this dashboard under Google searches. The final exciting component on the home dashboard is what's in the financial news. So this is when we use New York Times API, and we also pass the headlines through sentiment analysis. And what you'll see here is we have some overall just economic headline sentiment. You'll see if it's red, it's negative, and then if it's blue, it's positive overall sentiment around these keywords, which is really, really interesting. We also have an individual view just about certain companies, and this can be customizable in the future by the client for companies that they want to follow. But you can see the number of articles written about the company since 2016. You see the number of the average sentiment of those headlines, some of those popular keywords of those headlines, and just how the sentiment really charts out. So again, a really great overall dashboard and a really helpful tool as a complement to investors. The last view of this dashboard that I want to show you is our individual company view. So we have specific companies here. We chose, we have Nintendo, Disney, etc. Let's look at Nintendo. So what's really exciting about this is, again, we have live streaming Twitter data coming in about Nintendo. You can see since we started this dashboard, there's about 20 tweets that have come in. Average sentiment score is about 2.4. If the score is over a 0.5, you'll see this bull graphic here. If the sentiment score falls below 0.5, this will change into a bear. So it's just a quick hit. Hey, this company has overall positive sentiment right now or negative. And the blue line here is just shows the trend of sentiment, and the red chart here just shows the volume of tweets. And you'll see the graph is moving because the tweets are coming in live stream. The y-axis here is actually the volume of tweets, and the x-axis just time, essentially. So it's really interesting because the user can keep this stock open or this company open and follow and see whether the tweets are turning positive or negative in sentiment, and perhaps trade accordingly. So again, this summarizes our Mainstreet Analytics dashboard. We feel there's a ton of potential and features that can continue to be added to this, along with some personalization. But this is version 1, and we appreciate you taking the time to watch this.